Hey, Rick from DreamSideOut. Another project on the van to show you. Well, I'm getting very close to being ready to launch out on my own and move into the van. There's a few little details I'm finishing up before I go. One of them is, I told you in the last video, was a sink, little sink that I'm going to put in right down by the bed, and I'll show you here. Okay, right by the bed here, there's a space, and as you see, I put a mirror up right above that space. There I am filming. That's what I look like when I'm filming videos. Right in here, right about here, is going to be a little sink. Now guess what I'm going to use for a sink? Ta-da! An old sheet metal funnel. It's the perfect thing for a sink, you guys. Look at this. I mean, it's I had to get it online on Amazon, but it's about I think it's about 8-inch diameter funnel. And look at this. The pipe just fits right on it. I mean, that's like perfect. It's just going to be just like that. So the pipe's going to go straight down here out the floor, right out the bottom, right there, approximately right there. And this is just going to sit right on top of it, and I'm going to hook it into the side here. Well, first of all, I had to get two small sections of pipe because the hardware store that I got it from wouldn't saw a 10-foot piece down for me. I either had to buy 10-foot pieces or small sections like this. So I got two small sections with a coupler in it, and that'll be fine because I think that'll work out pretty good, actually. And then what I got to do here is, oh, by the way, there's a little screen that comes with it, a little filter screen. I don't know if I use that or not. It might be helpful, though, to keep stuff from falling down into the, you know, from keeping your keys from falling through or something. Anyway, I've got to figure out how to fasten this here in some way that is functional and ties in with the aesthetics of my build. So I'm going to have to mount this thing. I drew a little mark right here. I think you can see it. It's going to have to be above that mark because if I put this in the center, even in the center, it sticks out a little bit, and it would interfere with the lid going up there. See, so it has to be above that just to clear everything nicely. And that's probably a good spot for it anyway, right about here. That's a little higher than a normal sink or countertop, but that's okay. This isn't a normal setup anyway, is it? So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting a radius out of this piece here that matches the outside radius of the funnel, but I actually scribed to the inside, so I think that if I take a jigsaw and cut to outside the line, the saw thickness will be about the same as the thickness of the sheet metal, and theoretically that should fit right in that saddle. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so I just I cut the saddle out using a saber saw. I have a Skill saber saw that I used for this, and I cut this to the radius of this. It's not a perfect fit, but it's close enough. What this does is it's gonna sit right on top of here. I have a piece just temporarily clamped into place there. Now that I start the video, it's too, it's too tight. It fit just perfect a minute ago. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it'll sit right there like that, and then the funnel will go right in there like that. See, and it'll hang on the top, and it will be strapped in on the side with some metal strap, and then the bottom of it will sit right on top of the pipe, and that should hold it in place, I think. Okay, so once again, I got that piece clamped in there. Here's what I came up with. This I put a piece on here and screwed it from underneath there, because that just gives me a little bit extra, way to clamp this on here. This way I could put screws right in here instead of on the top, so it'll be blind screwed and you won't see the screws. That gives me the opportunity to use some, uglier screws to do it with instead of using the good ones. And then the top will show, the only surface it's going to show is this surface. So, I just decided to add a little extra to it. If you have an opportunity to make something a little better, why not, So. Okay, I have the funnel just taped on there. Here's the saddle that I cut out, and here's the band that I'm going to put around it like that. It's going to attach on the sides, see, and that's going to hold it on there. And then I'm going to have to, what I figured out I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to jog the tube over a little bit, because if it goes straight down there, it lands too far out from the wall. It'll land right about there, and I want it to land kind of over in the corner there, so that I can put my water bottle back in here and it doesn't bump into the pipe. So I'm going to have to use a couple of fittings like this to jog it over. And here's how I'm going to do it. I mean, this is the typical way you would do this. This is just a plain old ABS pipe like you'd use in a house, right? So if you jog like that, you can adjust the distance this way, and so I'll just jog over and then calculate the distance there and then get it over into the corner that way. And then so that right about there, I'll drill a hole through the floor and put the pipe right through it. I'm kind of disappointed that I wasn't able to go straight out the bottom. That would have been cool, but it's going to jog a little bit, which won't hurt anything. And it'll give me more space to put my water bottle right there. Okay, the hole has been drilled. Pipe is out the bottom. I stuck it out the bottom about, I'd say approximately 8 inches. And so this is how it's going to be. See, it works out great because now my water jug will fit right in there, snug, and the drain line is just jogged out of the way of it. So that works out pretty good. Then I'm going to put the little pump down in there and pump water up here somewhere. Some sort of little hose or something or other. I don't know yet. We'll see. It's still evolving as I work on it. Okay, so here's the straps are holding it into the saddle. It's pretty sturdy. It's pretty solid, actually, and goes clear down to the floor. I just taped it at the top there. I might need to secure it down here because it could slide down, It's only going to slide down as far as that coupling, but it could slide down. But right now, it's just fine the way it is. I'll see if that holds up. If that holds up, I'm not going to do anything more to it. See if it works. This is one of those weird things where one of those times when things just worked out just right, Like, the diameter of this is exactly the width that I had right here. And I didn't know I was going to get one of these before I put this together. It's one of those weird things that just worked out perfect. There you have it. Running water in the van.